everyone. Welcome to another expert interview with some topic. It's always some topic about wellness or self-care. And today we have Donna Rakestraw. I don't know why I struggle with your name, but I got it right. Yes? Okay, cool. And Donna is a massage therapist. She's in the south part of Atlanta, Griffin, Georgia, to be exact. And we met and just had a delightful connection. And not only is Donna a massage therapist, but she's also someone who believes in and teaches meditation. And I really love what you have to say about meditation, because I think such an important part of self-care is however you can figure out a way to be quiet within yourself, to raise your awareness of yourself. And I love what you say here, Donna. That you had a spiritual awakening personally that directed you to meditation, which is, hint, ding, 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 wonderful, because we all have times when we need a spiritual awakening, right? And so to have found this tool that you can do literally anywhere, and as you're going to talk about many different ways, it doesn't have to look a certain way. Right. As far as using this tool of centering yourself. But I love what you said. I don't think I've ever heard it so clear, that your definition of meditation is about having an open heart and open mind to your inner self, and your inner self being pure consciousness and awareness. And I think that's lovely. So I'm going to let you share a little bit about your story, and I know you're going to have some great tips for how everyone listening here can use this meditation in some way. Whether you've ever meditated or you meditate regularly, I think you're going to have some great things to share. So welcome. Welcome.
Thank you. So I wanted to just start off by saying that there are many ways in which we take care of ourselves. And for most people, for the average person, these things look like the physical things that we do, like our diet, the water intake, the exercise that we do, and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Those things are all in the realm of physicality. But I came to realize that even more important than taking care of this physical body that we're in, our spiritual health is extremely important. And to me, it is more important even than the physical well-being. And I'm sure I would get various opinions from people that don't agree with me that spiritual is more important than physical, because that's what we see. We see our physical, we feel, touch, taste, everything comes through our senses. But that is not all that we are. We are more than this physical body. We're more than our senses. And so that's why I've come to find that meditation is the best way to get in touch with my inner self. And so, and there's different ways to meditate. There's meditation that's, you have an inner dialogue, you think about things, you say mantras, and then there's the meditation where there's absolutely nothing, where you just try to center and rest and just clear your mind, because it's in clearing the mind that our brain calms down. And that's very important to our physical health, is to calm our brain down. Where our brain is normally in the alpha state, the alpha wave state, and we know that by sleeping, our brain relaxes. And if we get into that really restful state of sleep, it goes into delta waves. And it's in that heal themselves. Yes, doctors are great, but we can do the most good for ourselves through meditation. Feeling that way.
Yeah, I love that. And you can't separate mind and body.
No.
I mean, they are so interconnected. And one thing I want to interject that I think is so true when you talk about something, to me, this is the best example when we think about our physical health being our primary focus, not so much our spiritual or mindset or mental, is I'm a doula. So I've been at well over 100 births. And when you think about being in labor, if you're a woman, and you've been through it, you know what we're talking about. It's very physical, right? So you would think the physicality of labor is more important, but actually the mindset, the mental health part overrides the physical challenges of labor. I've seen women stop their contractions because of being stressed. Getting overstressed. And so it is, the word I always tell my clients is it's about surrendering.
Yes.
So I think that speaks to the fact that our minds and how healthy we are, what we pour into our minds, it dictates so much of what is going on with our physical body.
Yes. That is very true. Now, I know I didn't talk about this in the email that I sent you, but I recently had surgery, which you know about, and I've had surgeries in the past. And in the past, I have always had horrible experiences with surgery. I've woken up in severe pain, nausea, vomiting, just horrible experience all the way around. This time, however, I went in to the surgery after having meditated and centering myself. And when I came out of surgery, it was like I was waking up in a dream, because there was no pain, there was no nausea, there was absolutely no problems whatsoever. And the healing that I've been able to have through after this surgery has been just phenomenal, because it's been a little over 3 weeks since I had a double mastectomy and breast reconstruction. And next week I'm going back to work. And I don't think that I would have been able to do that had I not been in the state of mind that I was in.
Yeah. Yeah. I've done the same thing. I recently had an MRI a couple of 6 months ago for my shoulder. And, if you've ever had it, I knew that it was going to be claustrophobic, if you weren't careful. So I closed my eyes going in, and I was saying my I am statements, which is for me is a type of meditation.
Yes.
And I stayed with that the whole time. And right as they were taking me out, I opened my eyes and I thought, oh, good Lord, thank heavens I created that mindset, because if you open, panic would have just taken over me. I would have had to get the hell out of there. It was just like, ah. Yeah. So yeah, that's amazing. And I did the same thing. I had 2 teeth extracted recently, and tremendous, huge pain. Oh my gosh, so much pain. And it's the mind. It's like, the fear of having the teeth taken out. And so it's so important to get your head, in the game here, like really use all those skills to visualize something that is what you want to have the outcome. So, yeah.
But and another benefit of meditation is that like you said, you're focusing and you're getting centered. So it helps to stabilize your emotions. I used to be a person that was very emotionally charged. I could go off in a second about something, and now I'm able to step back and calm myself before I react to situations.
Right.
So it's definitely helped improve my emotional stability.
That makes sense, because you have spent time learning about yourself. So you have that familiarity of going into that place. And so it's like anything, if we practice, we get better at it.
Yep. That's right. And a lot of people will say to me, I don't know how to meditate. I can't sit still for that long. I can't focus. Well, that's where self-discipline comes in. You have to, and also you have to be willing. You have to open your heart and open your mind and be willing to sit and let yourself rest.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have that willingness to do so, you're not going to do it. So it's one of those things where you can tell people all you want how to do it, but until they decide that that's where they want to go, that's what they want to do, you know, they're not going to try to learn how to do it.
Yeah. Well, I think for anyone that, you know, has some bouts of anxiety, whether it's situational or more generalized, you know, to have a reprise from that, to be able to just quiet down and get centered, so that you're not allowing whatever's going on outside of you to be the thing, you know, the thing that's taking over.
Right.
I think, yeah, just a little bit of that, a taste of that, and I think it opens up, because I was like that too. I mean, I used to say every time I would sit down to meditate, I'd fall asleep.
Yeah,
you know, I'd be at a workshop.
Too.
In a workshop,
I
everybody's laying down. Yeah, I was always embarrassed because I'm like, oh God, did I snore? Did everybody know I was asleep? So it's
and that's our ego playing games with us, telling us that we don't need to do it, or it's too tired or whatever. So we have to overcome our egos.
Yeah. So give us some tips. How did you turn this into something that is easier for you to do now?
I started out with meditations that people were speaking through the meditation in order to help focus the mind. And of course, music is a big help in meditation. But I slowly progressed from speaking meditations to ones of my own inner self meditation.
Okay.
So
that's great.
It was a slow, gradual work into the process of being able to meditate on my own without any interference.
Okay. So do you think that any amount of time is good? Do you think any place that you do it is good? I mean, do you have I try
to meditate several times a day. Sometimes it's just an ongoing self-dialogue throughout the day. And I just try to keep my focus on God and positive things.
There you go. Which is huge, because it's thought that about 80%, 90% for some of our thoughts can run on the negative side, the critical mind. And oftentimes it's the same loop, you know. It's something we just keep repeating over and over again. So if we raise our awareness to pay attention to that, and what you're doing is you are consciously, intentionally choosing thoughts, choosing vibrancy, right? Choosing thoughts that are things that are going to allow you to feel the way you want to feel.
Right.
And so, you know, even if I mean, we're human, we're going to roll back into something else that's going to set us off. We're not always going to stay in that conscious, enlightened place. But the more we do it,
the longer we can stay there. Yes.
Right.
Yes. And that manifests in your outward world. Whatever it's the saying goes, as above, so below. So that's how it works. You have to get your mind in the right place in order for the outward to manifest that way.
That's wonderful. So tell us one more thing about what you love about what meditation has done for you.
I'm just the biggest thing is the change of my life. It took me from a place of chaos into a place of calmness, and things are a lot easier to deal with when you're calm.
Yeah, no kidding. And I'm sure you're enjoying your life more. You're enjoying your relationships more.
Yes.
And it, you know, the thing that's so beautiful about this is when we find that inner peace within ourselves, it can't help but have an influence on the people around us.
That's right.
Even if they don't get it, It's still somehow
Still being
influences them.
in that presence
Yeah.
it goes into their consciousness, because we're all connected, we're all one. We just have forgotten that we're all a part of the same source.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because without that source, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't even exist.
Right. Right. That's right. Can you imagine if we could have, some global time, some global day? And I know people do this on smaller levels, but can you imagine if we had literally like hundreds of millions of people that took the same 5, 10, 15 minutes to be in this mindset like this? How incredible.
It would change the world.
What a peaceful ripple that would have.
Yeah, it would change the world.
Yeah.
People have forgotten, because we're not taught, and we've lost touch with our true inner self. But as it was said in the Bible, the kingdom of heaven is within. So when you can tap into that inner heaven, then it comes out for everybody.
Yeah. I
And
love that.
so if we all meditated and centered in that kingdom of heaven inside of us, then we would have kingdom of heaven on earth.
There you go. There you go.
That's what Jesus was trying to teach his disciples and
Yeah.
everybody else.
There you go. Well, thank you. That seems like a great place to wrap it up. I love that, I think anytime we can offer a little bit of insight, a little bit more, maybe it'll encourage a few more people to actually, give this a shot. So thanks, Donna.